What is up, my beautiful friends? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we are going to be talking about creatine. More specifically, if you're a girl who's interested in trying creatine, I think that this is the perfect video for you. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, so we are going to be talking about creatine. And no, creatine is not a steroid. If you're worried about it being a steroid, it's not a steroid. If you don't know anything about creatine, it's not a steroid. It's just a supplement that people take. People take supplements all the time. It is actually one of the most researched supplements out there. So yeah, you don't have to worry. It is quite a safe supplement. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little definition on what creatine is, and we'll go from there. Creatine is the substance that is found naturally in muscle cells. It helps your muscles produce energy during heavy lifting or high intensity exercise. Taking creatine as a supplement is very popular among athletes, bodybuilders in order to gain muscle, enhance strength, and improve exercise performance. So my goal with this video is to kind of put a little information out there on how creatine works for women. So a lot of the research has been done on men, like 95% of creatine research has been just on men, which men obviously are a bit different than women. We don't produce muscle as much kind of as men. So it was hard to find information about women. I've been recently interested in trying creatine because my boyfriend does take creatine and I love to work out. I always want to get stronger. I always want to try heavier lifting. And I thought that creatine might be a great supplement to help me. Like the definition said before, it does help with muscle strength and endurance. Alright, so with this video, I'm going to be trying creatine for 1 month. It is just a start. I don't know if I'm going to continue after. I'm going to try and continue after. But I'm going to be trying it for 1 month because if we did much longer, this video would be insanely long. And I'm going to just kind of do weekly check-ins, see how my body's been doing, and kind of go from there. So it's going to be pretty basic, straightforward. I hope I can answer some of your questions in here if you guys have any questions, but that's pretty much it. We're going to try it for a month, see how it affects our body, if it really affects our muscles, if it affects our endurance, if it helps us in any way, if it makes us bloat, if it does anything. So yeah, that's pretty much the path that we're gonna go down. That's the path that I'm aiming towards down, and we're just gonna kind of go from there. And if I have any other thing that I want to share with you guys will probably see it later on in this video. So we're gonna do weekly check-ins and go from there. But before we start our first weekly check-in, because I have been doing it for a week already, I wanted to share some more information with you guys. So if you are interested in trying creatine, I did find some information out there, and I figured that this would be perfect to share with you guys. So creatine is one of the most researched supplements out there, which is pretty good, and it makes me feel a little safer trying it and taking it and consuming it. It has a lot of benefits and it has a lot of good qualities to it, and it is like a really safe product. It's not like taking a steroid, which you don't know what's in it. It is also good for vegans and vegetarians because a lot of people get creatine when they're eating meat. We produce creatine in our bodies already. However, if you want to get more strength, more endurance, or whatever, you want to take more creatine so you can like increase that, obviously. That's the whole point of it. Creatine is good for vegans and vegetarians because we don't eat meat on the regular and we don't get that from our animal source. So it is good to take. It's not necessary as a vegan or vegetarian, but it does help. Also, creatine isn't suitable for cuts because when you're taking creatine, you're pretty much increasing the water in your muscles. So if you're trying to cut weight and you're going on the scale and not seeing a difference, it's because if you're taking creatine, it just is putting more water in your muscles, and that in tune makes you heavier. So if you're on a cut, I don't recommend that you take some creatine. However, it does help increase muscle, and when you increase muscle, it does help burn fat. So if you're trying to burn some fat, increasing your muscle is beneficial, and in tune, it does help burn your fat. When I was researching creatine for women, there was a lot of information out there that was like kind of against each other. Some places said that it does make you extremely bloated, and then some other places said it doesn't even make you bloated at all. I think that probably comes personally, so it just depends how your body reacts. So another interesting fact that I was looking at was when to take creatine. And a lot of people said that creatine is more beneficial after your workout or right before bed. David always takes this right before he goes to bed, and so that is what I've been doing recently. And it's really up to your own preference. I think that it's better after you work out so your muscles are already activated and you know you want to get more water in your muscles. So if you're looking to try creatine, most of the research says that it's more beneficial to take after your workout or before bed. Alright, so we're going to start with our first check-in. So it has been 1 week since I have started taking creatine. And through the research that I saw, it takes a couple weeks for it to kind of engage in your body. Pretty much some said 2 to 4 weeks that it really starts going into your muscles. So we'll see. My plan is to do this only for a month. However, if I feel like there hasn't been any really engagement with the creatine in my body, I might continue longer to 6 weeks. We will see. I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow and see if I want to keep taking it after 4 weeks or if I just want to stop. I really just want to see how it affects my body, and if I really don't like how it affects my body, I will stop after 4 weeks. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it goes for 4 weeks. We'll see if it goes for 6 weeks. We'll see if it goes even longer, but I'm not going to make this video super long past like a lot of like 2 months, you know. We're not going to go super far because we don't need this video to go on forever. Updates here and there on my vlogs if you guys are still interested. But yeah, we're gonna just talk about how it has been after the first week. So not much has happened after the first week, I must say. I haven't noticed that much of a difference, which is, I guess, normal. That's what most of the research said, that you probably wouldn't see very much right away. However, I was really curious about the bloated thing. I was like, oh, I really don't want to be bloated all the time, because who wants to be bloated? It's like super uncomfortable and nobody likes to be bloated. So before we talk about being bloated, I have been taking my creatine right before bed, mostly because I forget to take it after my workout, and I just forget until right before bed. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't take my creatine. And I think that is probably more beneficial to take it before bed, because that's when your body's doing most of the recovery, and if you have your creatine in your system, that will probably help with the muscle growth and all that jazz. Vegan recovery, so that is just some water with some vegan recovery powder and the creatine in it. You don't taste the creatine, so it doesn't make a difference. And then I've also put it in my shakes. Don't notice a difference. And then I've also had it in some orange juice, which is like, you don't notice it because it doesn't taste anything. Those are the 4 different ways that I've tried it, and it does work. It doesn't taste like anything. So if you're looking to ways to try it, those are the 4 ways that I've been trying it. The one way that I've been doing it the most is just shooting it in my mouth and taking it with water, because it's just easier, and I just sometimes don't feel like taking some juice or making a shake or anything right before bed, you know, all that jazz. So I just kind of shoot it in my mouth, and that's how it's been going. Not my favorite way, as I said before, so that's just how it's been going. And regarding the bloating, so we're going back to the bloating. I was really worried about it, and I'm sure some girls are if you're watching this. And so I find it so strange. I was worried that I was going to be bloated for a long time after, and I was like, that's painful. I don't want to be bloated for a long time. Nobody really wants to be bloated. And so I find when I take it, it's like so strange. So after I take it, I find like within the first 5 minutes of taking it, I feel so bloated. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not the same bloated as if you ate way too much food and you're just like so full and so bloated. It's more just like your stomach kind of bloats a little bit, but then it just goes down after a little while. It doesn't stay for very long. So the bloat doesn't stay for hours. It doesn't feel like it's uncomfortable. It just kind of like your stomach just bloats a little bit, and then it goes down after like 20 minutes. So the bloat, I've noticed, hasn't lasted a long time for me. I mean, I do go into bed, so it's not that noticeable. I don't take the creatine in the afternoon, so I can't say like for hours that I feel the bloat. However, before I go to bed, I feel like the bloat after 5 minutes, and then it kind of stays for a little bit and then it goes away. So it's not uncomfortable. It just kind of bloats a little bit, and that's it. But it's nothing that I find is that bad. Like, I can live with a little bit of a bloat. Anyways, there hasn't been really anything much to say, I guess, after the first week besides the little bloating thing. That's been pretty much it. I haven't noticed much in my endurance, in my heavy lifting. We will see after week 2, because they say after the 2nd week, that is when it starts to really take effect. So we'll see after week 2 if there's any more differences. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what it's been like after week 1. Got a little bloat, but that's all good. I almost forgot, but I wanted to show you guys what creatine I'm taking. I'm sure I should have showed this in the beginning of the video, but if you're still watching this video, this is the kind that I'm taking. I'm taking this kind of creatine. This is actually like a vegan creatine. I think all creatines are vegan, but this one says that it's vegan. So this is the one I'm taking. This is the one that David usually takes, so I just started taking some of his. And this is the one that I'm taking. And this is the scoop that it has. There's a lot of white powder, so this is what it looks like from the inside. And this is the scoop that it has. And yes, this is pretty much the wrap of week 1. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm gonna see you guys in week number 2, which is a week for me, but 2 seconds for you guys. So play week number 2 now. What is up, guys? We are in week number 2, and I'm cold, so I'm wearing like this like shawl kind of blanket thing. I know, I just filmed a video, so if you haven't seen that video, it's on how to not be intimidated in the gym. go check that out. I will have it linked somewhere, hopefully. If not, go on my channel. It's there. Anyways, so we are checking in for week number 2 on creatine. Yes, not much has changed. So I thought on this journey, I'm still not done this journey. This is literally only the 2nd week, and I was told that, you know, not much happens in the first like 2-ish weeks. So we are in week number 2, starting week number 3. And in the past week, I must say, not much has happened. Really, I would say the couple things that have like kind of changed is that I find that I'm not bloating as much when I take it. So before, I felt like I would get like this little bloat right after for like 10 minutes and then it would eventually go away. So I find that I'm not getting that as much anymore. I also have been taking it like just like a creatine shot. So I just like shoot down the powder and then, you know, take a chug of water kind of thing. Like that's how I've been taking it recently because I've just been like going to bed and then I'll like brush my teeth and then I'll realize, oh crap, I forgot to take my creatine. And then I'm like too tired to like put it in like a recovery drink or like orange juice or anything. So I literally have just taken shots of it. And it's a lot easier that way. I really didn't like that way at first, but now I'm getting used to it and I'm like kind of cool with it. And it's a lot easier, less time consuming. And so that's how it's been going. There's less bloat. I've been shooting it down. That sounds so weird. And yes, I would say that there is a little more strength. I feel a little stronger when it comes to working out. I feel like a lot of my upper has gotten stronger, but I can't say that it's just because of the creatine. I don't necessarily feel like it is just the creatine. Obviously, creatine does help, but I don't think that it's causing me to become this strong woman. I think it is helping a little bit, and I think it is helping me kind of get a little more endurance and strength in my workouts. I definitely have been having some boss-ass workouts, I must say. Like, they've been, like, pumping out. I don't know if it's just because I'm having a really good week or not. I guess we will see, like, next week how it, like, kind of works. But recently, I feel like my workouts have been, like, pumping out, man. They've been, like, pretty good. So besides that, I would say I feel like I've gotten a little more definition on my upper body. I didn't take any measurements at the beginning of this because I didn't really care about measurements. The whole goal of this video or of this experiment was to see how it affects my body because there was really no like research on how it kind of affects the body, like how I feel, how I bloat, things like that. There wasn't really that much research, so that's pretty much what it is. So that's why I didn't really take any measurements to see like if I gained muscle mass or anything like that. So that's pretty much it. I find that there hasn't really been any significant difference in myself in the past week, but we will see for week number 3. So I will see you guys for week 3. What is up, guys? We're here to discuss week number 3 and 4 updates of trying creatine, as you guys are still watching this video, obviously. I'm here to give you guys kind of the update around week 3 and 4, how they went taking creatine, how my body's been adjusting kind of thing, and kind of do like a conclusion because I feel like I just need to. Anyways, so week number 3 and 4 were very similar. I felt like I didn't need to do a separate update because I was just going to repeat myself. So, you know, week number 3 and 4 were very similar. So week 1 and 2, I had a little bit of bloating, but you know, it was all good. Week number 3 and 4, I find that I really stopped bloating. I find that it really didn't make me bloat. So like a lot of the articles that I read that had like the minimal thing about women taking creatine, they said a lot of women will bloat, or you will bloat, I guess, in general. And I noticed a little bit of bloating at the beginning, but now week 3 and 4, there's not really any bloating. I don't really have any stomach bloat. I must say though, it's getting normal for me to take the creatine now. I just straight shoot it. I started doing that in week, hello cat. I started doing that in week 2 where I just kind of got lazy instead of mixing it in a drink and I just started straight shooting it. So now that's what I'm doing because usually I take it right before bed. That's what I've been keeping consistent, is that I take it right before bed, still the same, and I'm too lazy to make it in a drink, so I just kind of shove it in my mouth and then down it with some water. Yes, besides that, there hasn't really been any bloating. I find my body's now kind of adjusted to it. So at first I felt like my body was kind of like meh, but now it's adjusting. Also, I've noticed kind of a difference in my strength. So I find that my strength, and at least in my upper body, I have gained some volume. You know, like I see a difference in my upper body quite a bit. I definitely feel like it has been aiding me a lot in my workouts. It has been helping me a lot more. I feel a lot stronger in my workouts, like a lot stronger, and it feels good. I know like I'm kind of on this like high right now of feeling strong. I think that the creatine has helped a bit, but I don't think that's the full. So what I'm trying to say is that the creatine is an aid, but it's not like going to fix everything. It's not going to make you super Hulk kind of thing. You have to put in the work as well. So I noticed around week 3 and obviously week 4, I've really started to notice quite the difference in my strength and my endurance. And definitely, I really think that the creatine has helped. I don't think it was just that. I think it's also eating, sleeping, and exercising, all that stuff together. It helps a little bit, and I've noticed in the week 3 and 4 that my strength has been getting a lot better, and I think it's the help with creatine. Just a little bit. I think it helps just a little bit. So in conclusion to this whole experiment, I would say the results weren't as worrisome or as big as I thought they would be. When I first started taking creatine, I wanted to learn a lot about the product. When you take creatine, it is like a chemically made product. It is 100% safe and there is tons of research around it. However, I want to learn more. Most of the research, like I said before, or like I said previously, is based on guys, and I wanted to see how it really affected women. So if you're worried about bloating, you might get bloating in the first 10 days to 2 weeks kind of area around there. You'll probably get bloating like that, but I find it does go away. I mean, creatine probably will affect your body differently. Everyone is kind of different. It does not help in weight loss. I don't think that I lost any weight. I also didn't gain any weight. I think it doesn't really change your weight that much. I was kind of worried that it would make me gain a lot of weight. It just helps your muscles retain water so you can kind of have more endurance and also build your muscles easier kind of thing. And I think that it did help in building some muscle and building my endurance a bit. I would say, like I said before, it is not like the 100% product that made me strong. I think that hard work, creatine, proper eating, proper sleep, proper hydration, like all those things really help factor, and I think the creatine just helped a little bit. I'm going to continue taking creatine, so if you want to see more of my journey, I think I'll update you guys, you know, kind of a couple months in, if I keep doing it, and kind of let you guys know like down the road kind of thing. So if you want to subscribe, and you know, I'll probably update you guys in my vlogs. I was really worried going into this, but now as I've taken it, I'm not as worried. So if you're worried about taking this, don't be. As a woman, I was worried about taking a supplement that was mostly tested on men. Don't be. It's not that bad. So yeah, I know this is probably like anticlimactic. Like a lot of people were probably like wondering like, oh my god, she lost a lot of weight, or oh my god, she gained a lot of weight, you know. It was just to see how my body reacted to it. I was genuinely curious to see how it would, and I figured that this would be a good way to show everyone, you know, like what it does to your body. So if you guys want to share any of your creatine experiences or anything like that, or your opinions down below, I am welcome to them. Please don't leave hate, just, you know, constructive criticism, I guess you can say. Also, for a week in October, I am going to be uploading for a full week straight, and I have tons of fall fun videos to share with you guys. So hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and if you're excited for the fall videos, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Summer days burn me out, love just brings me down. Go inside like winter leaves that slowly leave the ground. Hey, you come back, I wanna give you a chance. Love me like you used to, so we can learn again. The skin is getting brown, baby, drink your night.